It's Willie D, y'all. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Y'all see I got my full-time CEO jacket on. This is my homeboy Will Roundtree out in Vegas. Holler at him. You want to get your finances in order? Holler at my boy. You dig what I'm saying? We are waiting on, okay, here we go. We had a connection issue, and I think it's solved. Let's see. Dr. Mark Baker.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Man, long day, man. Last day of voting, last day of early voting. We all over the place, man. Being a full-time daddy, too, we making it happen, though. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. So you're running for state rep in Georgia in District 68, right?
Yes, sir. District 68. Yeah. It covers Union City, Fairburn, parts of the city of South Fulton, Tyrone, Peachtree City, and Fayetteville.
Can you explain to the people what's at stake right now and what you got going on, where you are right now, what you're doing?
So what we're doing right now is this is a special election that hardly anybody in the state of Georgia knows about. We lost a representative, Tish Nagisi, on March 8th, and there's 5 of us vying for the seat, and I'm one of those candidates. I'm the only candidate on the ballot to pass progressive legislation. The other candidate, well, at least 3, they never served, but they're good people. But I have a track record, and I think I should be the person to take this job and go faster and further. As a councilman, I've been able to pass some of the most progressive legislations in our region. I'm the first to end no-knock warrants with the Breonna Taylor law, the only person in the state of Georgia to pass Breonna's law. I'm the first.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right. You cannot. I'm not going to let you just go to the next thing right there.
Yes,
You're
sir.
the first person to pass the Breonna Taylor law. Family, I don't know if y'all really following how significant this is. That means no-knock warrants. Get the hell out of here with that. That means the police can't just be running all up in your house anytime they feel like it with a no-knock warrant, and sometimes with a no warrant at all. So you went out there and you hammered them fools and you got them to pass the law to end no-knock warrants in the state of Georgia.
Well, in the city of South Fulton.
We're in the city of South Florida.
We're the only city, the only municipality in the state of Georgia to pass that.
Okay,
and I'm hoping to go to the state capital and pass it, on the state level.
All right. So this is what's impressive. This is why I got behind you. First of all, like, you one of us. And I mean, when I say one of us, I mean boots on the ground, about that action.
Definitely.
Put your money where your mouth is. Put your time where your mouth is. Put your integrity where your mouth is. I mean, you get down for real. You get down for the people for real. And brother, you are few and far between as far as a real one, a soldier. Public schools and state offices across Georgia closed in observance of Columbus Day. They closed in observance of Columbus Day. 5 states, 50 cities, and dozens of universities no longer observe the federal holiday. After a unanimous vote this past summer, South Fulton, the city you represented, became the first city in Georgia on the growing list to cancel Christopher Columbus Day. This man I'm talking to right now, family, Dr. Mark Baker, proposed the law as a member of the mayor's pro tem team. And he got it done. See, a lot of this stuff that we talk about can't be done. We just talk about it can't be done because we don't understand how politics work. We don't understand how legislation works. Man, if you get somebody that's really about it, that's got the heart, and ain't gonna sell to people I cannot be bought, man, you got a shot. This guy right here I'm talking to right now, fam, can't be bought. He's for the people for real, and this is why I'm back. And I ain't gonna put my name on nobody who I don't feel is for the people for real. And this is a real one right here, man. So you out there on the ground right now. We coming down the stretch. This is the last few days. What, the 16th is voted election day. The 16th, right?
Yes, sir. Today's the last day for early voting, and it's only one place in Fulton County to early vote.
And where is that?
That is at the Flat Shows South Fulton Library on Flat Shows.
Okay. All right. So tell us what you need from the people of Georgia that's out there who's going to be affected by legislation, now and in the future. But also, a lot of things that go down in Georgia has national implications, because if people can see a change in Georgia, other cities and municipalities may decide to adopt those same legislations. So tell us what you need from the people.
I need support, man, and I love grassroots support. I don't necessarily go for the big donors or the people who just can cover anything and then have expectations, because that's how politicians end up moving in the interest of other people. I mean, I'm out right now, and I want to win this race outright. There's a possibility. I feel like I can do it because we've been working every single day, sun up to sundown, trying to get our message out. If you have people who live in Union City, Georgia, if you have people who live in Fairburn, Georgia proper, if you have people who live in South Fulton, they can figure it out. I've been the mayor pro tem, which is the vice mayor, for 2 terms. I served 2 terms on city council as a councilman, and the first District 7 councilman in Old National. I need support. I need y'all to get your people out and come vote. If you know any people that live in Peachtree City, Tyrone, and Fayetteville as well, have your people come out and vote. We have one more day of early voting, and then we have the election day on May 16th. If you can't come out and vote, if you are like wherever this live reaches, I'm broke. And I'm talking about from gas and volunteers and just trying to get signs and banners made to encourage people to come out for Tuesday. I think, Will, last time we checked, we was about $2,400 away from our goal. You can visit baker4georgia.com. Again, that's baker4georgia.com. We still have text messages to get out. I just sent the last mailer out yesterday. So this is our last push, man. And, the smallest thing, $5, $10 can help us get there. And that's all I'm asking for, to help us get there. And I appreciate it.
No, we got this, man. We got this. Willie D. Lai gonna cover that. I know I got some real soldiers that follow me on that subscribe to this channel. So we good over here, man. I got the link in the description for people that want to donate. And like I say, what's cool is that when, like, if we can get you in, we can get more people like you in, people can see the change. They can actually see real change in real time. They can see these laws and things are being changed, and that voting do make a difference if you vote in the right type of people and you hold them accountable. It does make a difference, especially on the city and state level. Your vote got a lot of power, and I don't know how I don't know how many ways, how many other ways to say that vote got a whole lot of power. I don't really waste my time on stuff that don't really matter. Like if it didn't matter, I wouldn't even be wasting my time, because like as far as Georgia is concerned, as far as the implications of the election is concerned in Georgia, I don't have a dog in the fight. But I understand that, I understand that you out there, you representing the people, and the people matter to me. So that's why I want to bring you on and let the people hear in so many words, straight from the horse's mouth. I'm from the South, so I got to throw a horse in there somewhere, But yeah, man, talk about some of the legislation that you had passed as a city councilman in South Fulton County.
Okay, yeah, no doubt, brother. Thanks again, man. But we definitely passed the first and only to pass Breonna Taylor law. I was the first in the state to abolish Columbus Day, as you mentioned. I'm also I passed the Crown Act. The Crown Act is the legislation that allows people in the city of South Fulton to wear their natural hair without any discriminatory practices in the workplace. So any job that you might have, if you're wearing your love locks or, things of that nature, you can't be discriminated against. I've passed the Central Park 5 legislation to make sure that police are accountable properly when they deal with our juveniles. Shout out to Raymond Santana and Yusuf Salam, who live in the metro Atlanta area and supported and helped me with that legislation. They were a part of the real Central Park 5 that Donald Trump thought should be killed. And, they were completely innocent for raping a jogger in Central Park. So our young people are protected by the Central Park 5 legislation. What else? I made $15 a minimum wage. I banned the box on those job applications for convicted felons. I
Wow.
wrote Georgia's first reparation legislation, which when it was, I shout out to Robin Ruth Simmons, who wrote the first in the country in Evanston, Illinois. I got with her and I kind of mimic what she had. I have a lot of the same language, but I added in Cobra into my language. In Cobra has been a part of the reparations fight really for over 50 some years. So to have a legislation without, the expertise and not having to reinvent the wheel and all of the work that people have been going and getting done up until legislation is being passed. And now, even though it wasn't popular a couple years ago when I passed it, every presidential candidate is talking about reparations, if you notice. And I'm glad to start it in the state of Georgia. So I passed that. I'm sure that there's other pieces that I'm missing right now. But it is, Tupac said it best, well, the power and the people politics. So, we got to get out and make sure we do something different in order to change the reality for our people. I passed, when George Floyd was killed, I passed #8Can'tWait, which was legislation that came out of the movements of the 2020 protests of 8 immediately required police reform pieces of legislation, like the ending of the chokehold, the duty to intervene, writing concise reports, and things of that nature. There's 8 things that came out of Black Lives Matter and Campaign Zero. But I'm proud to have passed that in the city of South Fulton as well. So, and we're a brand new city. We were created in 2017.
Y'all annexed in 2017, right?
Yes, sir. So all of the area, like, when Young Jock says, when they ask where I'm from, tell them College Park, where they chop cars. He's really from South Fulton. College Park was where people got their mail. That would be the address they would put on their mail in order to get their mail, because it was really unincorporated Fulton County. And in 2016, all of the people came together and voted to become a city. And it was on the ballot. And we actually became a city in 2016. That same ballot that brought us President Trump created the city of South Fulton when we voted. And ultimately, out of that, when he was elected, you had a guy like me from the west side of Chicago who never was involved in politics and never had a desire. But, we had this new city underway, and this new president coming into office, and I knew how important it is to get involved. I have 2 little kids, and I would always vote. I would always tell people the importance of registering to vote. Uh, which when people say that they're not judged by a jury or their peers will, and we all have people who are locked up right now, and we feel like they didn't get a fair shake or get a fair trial, is because people aren't registered to vote. If you aren't registered to vote, they can't call you for jury duty. So you can't sit on the jury, and serve while your relative or the person that's your peer ends up in their situations and goes down the road because they were judged by people that didn't look like them, didn't understand their culture, and were totally disconnected. So, you know, be registered and make sure you're voting, regardless, and pay attention to what's going on because these people are changing your reality.
Man, how in the hell do you find the time, brother? Like, not, you know what? Not even just the time, the mental fortitude to be able to do what you do. Like, how do you not become frustrated with the gatekeeper? Let's talk about the gatekeepers. Like, I know from when I ran for city council, the gatekeepers, and I'm gonna call a strike, and a ball, and just straight up say, man, some of the most gatekeepers that I ran into was black. And I'm talking about they was like, can't let him in. We can't let him in. He gonna disrupt something. He gonna mess with my money. He gonna do right by the people. He gonna actually tell the truth about it. How much of that are you running into in Georgia?
Way more than you could imagine. Way more than you could imagine. I mean, it's a lot of people who, man, this is nothing new. Will, you know what that is, man. Like people talk about Willie Lynch, whether he existed or not. This is exactly what happens, and it's a reality to everybody who want to make a difference. And I think that the gatekeepers are those people who have broken their arms, patting themselves on the back, saying that
Wow.
they have theirs and you have yours to get. And on a regular basis, I deal with them, but I try to inspire. I try to inspire our people, especially young people, right? Frederick Douglass said it's better to build strong boys than to repair broken men. And if you are around young people, I had this thing called the From the Blocks to the Boardroom initiative that I did my second year as a councilman. And a lot of my students from the schools that I worked at, they were a part of it. And it's like the best thing that I can do is try to amplify what I'm doing with younger people in the next generation to let them see, okay, yeah, this ain't the coolest job. You don't get paid a lot of money. But when you're able to change the reality for the people that live next door to you and live around you, like you become a superhero almost. Because if you think about it, right? I mean, I decriminalized cannabis and I did it when it was taboo to do. And when you do stuff like that, when it's taboo, you have to go against the grain. And you have so many people who say, leave that alone. I had somebody now, they've retired, who told me they were elected official. What you're doing is right. What you're saying is right. But if I were you, I'd leave that alone because you're not going to get reelected. And they continued in the meeting. They whispered it in my ear, and then they went back as if like it was a show.
I know it.
So, I mean, those are the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers are just afraid, man. And I think that this upcoming generation, man, that's going to go faster and further than us, like they're ready to step to our beef a little bit more than we were. You have to think about it. We didn't have, like, we had Rodney King, right? We had Rodney King. We had, Jenna Six probably was the next big movement outside of gathering us for the Million Man March. But they've had so many atrocities back to back to back to back to back, whether it was Trayvon Martin, whether it was, Philando Castile, whether it was Breonna Taylor, whether it was the sister Texas, from Illinois. I can't think of her name. So many, all of those people, God bless them, who we lost, who they lost during their most impressionable phases of life. Well, these are people who watching this stuff and they understand, because we play Tupac all the time, that the power is in the people in politics we address. Tupac said, I probably won't be the person to head this political party that changes things, but I'm going to incite and I'm going to inspire that spark in the mind of somebody younger that's going to come behind me to do it. I think that's where it's going to be. Like, I'm going to have to deal with the gatekeepers, but I'm built for that. But I believe that the people who are coming behind, they're seeing it and they're going to take it and run faster and further.
Brother, you are an inspiration. You literally bring tears to my eyes. You are an inspiration, and I really, really appreciate you, man. When I think about what you out there up against, what you on the ground and what you up against, and how you're still getting things done, man, that is powerful, brother. That is powerful. It's moving, and we do. Somebody said in the comments, we need more like you. We do, man. We need, brother. We need you, and Georgia, y'all better do yourself a favor, man, and vote this man in office, because I see you doing great things as a state rep, but I also see you going as far as you really want to go with this thing. In any capacity, man, we need your service. We need more people like you. We need that real. You one of the real ones, man, and I can't thank you enough. Once again, how can people donate to your campaign? Family, we only got 4 days left to the election. It's 4 days left. Come on, man. Let's help push Mark across the finish line. How do they donate to your campaign?
Man, you just simply visit Baker for Georgia. Baker, FOR Georgia.com, man.
It's a link in the description.
Pardon me?
There's a link in the description, y'all. I put it in the description. Just click on the link and bam, you in.
That works, man. But skill of will, we out here though. We're gonna figure it out. We out here in the sun. We've been here every day. In the streets, we at the gas stations. Shout out to my cousin Tim. He out. We have
other volunteers.
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, soldier?
We all out. This is my cousin I was telling you about. That this society, man, like when I banned the box, for people who end up having situations in the past, man, right. In order to come out. Tim, a soldier from the west side of Chicago too. He was down for 23 years.
This is the one that did like 20-something years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he with me every day along with other people. And look, Will, what we've been doing lately is we've been all around the place. The one place where you can vote is the Flat Shows Library. Let me give you the address real quick, just in case. It's 4055 Flat Shows, Union City. Out of the 3 cities that we have, and I'm just gonna be radically honest, out of the 3 cities in Fulton County that we have one place that you could come and vote, and it's the Flat Shows Library, 4055 Union City. Now, in Fayette County,
that sounds like voter suppression to me.
In Fayette County, you got 3 places you can go. You can go to the Tyrone Recreational Facility, you can go to the election board, and you can go to the Peachtree City Library. And what they're doing is they've created this new district, District 68. It covers Peachtree City, which is probably the number 8 place to live in most of those magazines. It's a golf cart community, Will. It covers Peachtree City, Fayetteville. That's where Rick Ross' mansion, the Holyfield mansion is. And then you have Tyrone, which is a very well-to-do area too. But then you have the areas of South Fulton, Fairburn, and Union City. That's a different demographic from the likes of over there. And it's very vital, Will, that we keep somebody in this office. Please get them. Keep somebody in this office that actually cares about this community, because when people who have it put together and don't experience the same things that we experience end up being in control, it's really going to be a problem for us. And just a part of my platform, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, cut the expenses. I'm over here right now at the Family Dollar legitimately. Like, well, we're trying to get rid of, like, most things that are tax exempt. Like, for example, prescription drugs. They've been tax exempt since 1984 because it's a necessity. We have several other necessities that we have to make sure is tax exempt, like your basic groceries, your diapers. You go to places like New Jersey, that stuff is tax exempt. You go in Massachusetts, it's tax exempt. Your light bill, all of those things should be tax exempt. And that's going to be the first thing I go hard for. You also have situations where that we're facing with AI. Everybody over the past couple of weeks, especially, have been talking about the artificial intelligence game and how in 2030, there's going to be 30% of the jobs that we currently have in our workforce are going to be gone to AI. And when those jobs leave all of the people, for example, my mom who requires, supplemental income from me that I don't have to give her. But they can't go and get these jobs at the grocery stores because they have automated tellers and things of that nature. It's important you get somebody in, with the similar mindset as mine to help me do this stuff at the state level, because what I want to have is a robot tax. The moment we tax those robots at our grocery stores, at the Walmarts and stuff like that, we put a robot tax in, and then we all of a sudden we can afford
dope.
We can afford UBI, which is universal basic income. If we're able to afford universal basic income, we can supplement some of those things that's going on with the seniors financially, since you want to get their jobs away. Everybody that wins, it's been proven that about 39 cents, when they make them tax breaks at the top, it's about 39 cents that comes back into our
oh man, I think he got a bad connection. I think
it goes back into the economy. So we got to have unique ideas. We got to figure this out. We the information age. We created the internet for the young people, and we got to make sure that the internet don't destroy them or don't destroy our seniors, those people who have, played fair by the rules and, raised the generation before us. Everybody know grandma the solid person and the person that we go through. I mean, right now, shout out to all of the younger grandmothers who still want to go by Cynthia. And when we call our grandmother Big Mama and stuff like that, those are the people that we have to fight for and prepare for in this future with what's going on with AI and to try to get them some universal basic income. We started it in Georgia in a small rural area where people are getting, I think black women were getting $850 per month. It doesn't matter if you work or not. You get that $850 to cover your basic needs. And that's how we actually put a curb on poverty, man, and things of that nature. But, man, that's just a couple of things. I don't want to go too far, but I got to get there to even do it, man. So please go to bakerforgeorgia.com. And, if you got $20 to help us get where we need to go, it'll be well served. I don't even want over that. I just want what we need in order to get where we need to go. And I'm going to be all right. We're going to figure this out.
Yeah, it's important that people know that when you say that you're going to tax the robots, that you're not trying to tax your way out of these issues, but that's just one thing that we can do to help give us some relief,
right?
So that people can maintain quality of living.
And that's a tax wheel to the big corporations that own the robots.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it. Are people able to donate via Cash App also?
If you can go to Cash App, as long as it's under, I think, $100, you can do the Cash App, because I have to make sure I report everything the proper way. But yes, you can. But if you can't go to bakerforgeorgia.com, if you do a Cash App, let's make sure it's under $100.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this ticker on here right quick. You said Baker. What did you say?
Baker. What is my Cash? I don't know. Hold on. I have to get back with you with the Cash App. Because all of it normally goes through, because there's some information they have to take from you for reporting purposes, and I don't want to have no real issues with that. So right now let's just say no on the Cash App. I'm sorry, brothers and sisters. You have to go to the website. If you got the Cash App, you can just type it in. Just do it that way, because I got to make sure. Bakerforgeorgia.com again. please just go there, because I want to make sure every penny is accounted for properly. I don't want to be that guy. I got too much to give, and we got too much to get done to have, you know, an error done just trying to get a couple dollars in. But I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Okay, there it is, fam. There go the web address to donate. If you want to, if you want to help out, you can go there and donate.
And I'm over here at the Flat Shows Family Dollar right now, Will. We meeting people, and we're trying to get these people who don't know what's going on to get next door and vote, because today is the last day that they can do it. And the people have been welcoming. Shout out to the people at Family Dollar. They've let me come over here and talk to a couple of our brothers and sisters in the community who don't even know that there's an election going on next door.
Huh?
Yeah, man. This hasn't been amplified at all, Will. Nobody's talking about it. It's not on the news.
You know what that
it's not
means?
in the media.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
They're trying
Listen,
to slide it in. They're trying to sneak it in. That's what
Yes,
that means.
Yes, sir.
You got to watch them, boy. They smart. You got to watch them. You got to watch them.
It's ugly out here, man. It's ugly. But we're going to make it happen, man. We out here. We working boots to the ground. And this is how we get it done. Like, I have several young people who are going to meet me tomorrow. And anybody who wants to volunteer, go to Councilman Mark at Instagram, please. Anybody in the area in Georgia, you want to come volunteer? We're doing some huge canvassing this weekend. We're getting out in the community, and we're coming straight to the doors in District 68. So go to Councilman Mark at Instagram. Leave me your information if you're willing to come out with us. And we're doing it all the way until Election Day on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My man, I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mark Baker, you dig? Make sure y'all go out there, man, and support, man, and continue to support him afterwards, because this is how he's built. This ain't no act. This is how he's built. Appreciate you, man.
Love you, Will, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Love you back, King. No more talk.
Peace and blessings.